Assalamu alaikum everyone. Good morning students. It's me Miss Sania, your Pakistan studies teacher, and today we are back with a new lesson. So, let's get started. Alright. Now today we will do the part of major industries of Pakistan. We'll do the fourth part. Alright. As you can see, the factors which are listed over here, factors for industrial location, we have already discussed in the previous class the factors which were physical factors, which included the natural roots, site requirement and land, which I have already explained you in detail. But today we are not doing these factors, today we are doing the human factors, that is capital, raw material, government policies, power supply, access to market, industrial linkage, and labor. We will discuss all of these factors in detail. And the reason because that why am I discussing these factors in detail is that this SLO is very important for your paper. Now, let's move forward. Now, when I talk about government policy, the definition which is over here, I'll read it for you and then step by step, I will explain you each and every point. Rationale of government interventions, strategic reasons, for example, China and USA. When I talk about rationale of government intervention, it means that the government is basically involved in laws, rules, and regulations, and to maintain good and cordial relations with the other countries. So, government policies is basically include all of those policies which can help to make or to keep people united or which can bring progress and prosperity in the society. So, this terminology means this. Now, when we talk about strategic reasons, for example, China and USA, so this is the strategic location where they both are lying and where Pakistan is located, right? If I'm writing China and USA, so you can see in the history as well the relations between China and Pakistan and the relations between US and Pakistan, that how these relations were always maintained, okay, and how they have promoted each other, how they supported each other in different warfares as well, and still both of the countries are supporting Pakistan. For example, if I say about China, so the COVID 19 situation, which is currently going on in Pakistan, in that situation, China have supplied bulk amount of surgical equipments, and they have also delivered their aid, finances, and USA is doing the same with Pakistan. Now, the third point, promote overall economic growth. See, it is very important. When we talk about economic growth, then it actually means we are looking ourselves, or we are looking our country, that where exactly we are lying into the world statics, where we are placed, how we have to upgrade ourselves, how we have to upgrade our units, how we have to upgrade our resources, and what are the pros and cons which we are facing, how long it will take for us to uh, come out of that phase and to go into another phase. So it all includes economic growth. Economic growth is very important. Economic growth cover the element from import and export, and the relations which we maintain in context of import and export with other countries. Now let's move towards another point, promote the growth of a particular industry. It is very important that you should promote that growth, as I've already told you in today's session, that you always have to maintain your marketing strategies, that which strategies you are implementing to make your product more successful in the market, to make your product a branded one, so that everyone should have that product. The demand should rise up so that you can produce more products, and then you're having more um, buyers for that thing. So it plays a very important role in context of industry. Now, when I talk about the diversify the economy, yes, obviously, economy never remains constant. Economy always changes its placement. It always changes that what step you have to take next, or what you have realized from the past mistakes and what you have to implement further. So it is always diversifying, it is always vast, it is always wide, it is never the same. Now, the next point, ensure regional economic balance. It is very important. Regional means that you're talking about all of those cities which lie under Pakistan. So that is the regional economic balance. It is not only about that you have to maintain good relations internationally, but no, you have to look up to all of those things on regional scale as well, because if you will maintain, see, when I talk about small scale industry, then it means that that is the regional contract which is going on among all of the cities of Pakistan, right? So you have to maintain and balance that relationship so that you can progress more together. Now, when I talk about ensure efficient utilization of resources, so efficient utilization is also very important. If you're utilizing something, then you are saving that thing for the rainy day. So it is very important that you should utilize the minimum amount so that everyone can get access to it and everyone can have an advantage from that thing. I hope now this thing is very much clear to all of you. Government, all of these points which we have discussed, it lies under government because government is basically looking after all of these things. Now, when I talk about indirect role of government, so yes, indirect role of government is involved into many categories such as communication, road, railways, canals, ports, post, telephone. When I talk about government spending, so it includes large projects. When I say about communications, how government is involved into all of these things. See, we are living into a place where our economy is digitalized. We are completely connected to one another. If I am facing any sort of trouble, so definitely I'll call someone and ask that what should I do next, or if I have any query, so I'm discussing that thing. Or for example, if I'm working or if I'm associated with any organization, so yes, I'm discussing all of those factors with them. If I talk about the current situation of COVID-19, which is going on in all over the world, then people are discussing their, whatever they are associated with in context of COVID-19. So when I talk about communication, then it also includes road, railways, canals, ports, telephone. It means the taxations which you're paying. So it is automatically adding in the government's account, and government is utilizing that amount in making infrastructures, in the repair of various things such as roads and railways, canals. So the taxation which we are paying to the government, it is included into all of those things which the government is doing for us. Now, when I talk about government spending, which means large scale projects, supply of items to government departments, yes, obviously. Those who are government employees, so the taxations which we pay, or whatever we are doing. So when you're working or when you're associated with an organization, then definitely that organization have to look after your expenses in terms of your salary, right? So it actually includes those spendings in that thing as well. And apart from that thing, that if they have to take a step forward, that how can they make the country better, so how much money they're utilizing onto that project. If project is new, for example, if I say about COVID-19, so the promotional messages and the public messages which were all over there. And if I say about the ringtone of our cell phone, or the public service message, whenever you call someone, you hear that public service message saying that stay home, stay healthy. So all of these things are that purpose on which government is spending money to create awareness among all of those individuals and to help others into different ways, because this is the responsibility of the government to look after each and every citizen of their state. Now, when I talk about legal framework, commercial law policy, so I commercial law police, so I have already told you when you're talking about government, so definitely you're talking about laws, you're talking about rules and regulations, that how the police or how rangers or any person that is legally associated with the government, the responsibilities are divided among them and they have to follow upon those responsibilities. Now, when I talk about utilities, the power supply, water, waste disposal. So obviously we are paying for everything in terms of taxations. When I talk about educational facilities, school, universities, our higher education, or for example, if we are if you're going to a firm just to for a workshop or to have a little course, or to for example, it's like for like IELTS or English grammar course or any other course, so definitely you're paying taxations over there as well. When I talk about commercial framework, it includes banking system, credit, facilities, taxation systems. See, I have written taxations over here, but if I talk about all of these categories, so taxation is actually included in all these categories. We are paying taxations for each and everything which we are doing. All right. So this is how indirectly government is involved into every matter of our life. Now, when I talk about essentials for modern industry, as you can see over here, that all of these things are essential